We're home. By the right of the council, by the will of the force, welcome back to another episode of the Galaxy Famous, Second Sister Approved Jedi Talk Podcast. Yeah! Following us at Jedi Talk Podcast on Instagram, youtube.com/Jedi Talk, where video will be back in 2042 whenever we feel like it. But thank you for joining us, and thank you for all the comments about C4T3 out there on YouTube. We got some people yelling at us about AI, so I clapped back at that.
I saw that today.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. But also, I hate AI.
Yeah, but C4...
documented. It's not the same thing.
It's not. We're not taking anybody's job.
This is Alexa or Siri or, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same kind of thing.
We've also programmed this son of a bitch, so...
Yeah, it's our version of, like, Alexa, where you just go, like, hey, tell me what the fuck happened on set of Solo: A Star Wars Story. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's the same thing as a Google search, just a little extra personality.
Exactly. So
I hate AI. It's well documented on the show.
That's right, and yeah, I have my thoughts about AI in specific aspects. Some people want it to completely replace Hollywood. I don't know if I'm quite there, but I am.
Fuck?
I know I am Atomica, and the other man you heard talking about AI and C4 is our another co-host, Mr. Brad Hughes. Brad, how the fuck are you tonight?
I literally could not be better than I am right now. It is the eve of a new album from Laney.
Oh, Laney. Oh, okay.
Dog, I haven't been this hyped for an album in probably 15 years.
You weren't
hyped?
Are you
sure you don't want to talk about Taylor Swift's new album?
We can. Life of a Showgirl. I haven't actually. You know what? It's so funny you say that.
Oh no. Oh God. By the way, everybody, that's our third co-host, Mr. Kyle. Kyle, what's up?
My daughter is collecting vinyl.
Yeah, is it your daughter's, Brad, or yours?
This. I can confirm this is hers.
Okay.
This is hers. I mean, I use it, but for a different reason.
Yep. There it is. There it is.
There's your sex joke. Mm-hmm. No, in all seriousness, I think it's really cool that anything that can get anyone into like music and stuff.
For sure.
Anything that's a gateway is fucking dope. And
what do you think of her new? What do you think of her new album?
I honestly haven't listened to it. I've heard the first two songs. They're fine. They sound like Taylor Swift songs. I don't give a shit. There's better ones. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. My daughter's happy with it, which makes me happy, so I don't give a shit. She's excited about it. So that's the extent of my thing. Her and Holly went to go see hear the whole album in full at the movie theater. So like cool. she's excited. She's making memories for it. So I don't care.
I did that for 72 seasons. Kyle did too.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is
that
fun.
Kind of shit's cool. I think it's awesome. And anything that can get her into collecting physical media, I'm here for.
Did they do that the same way? Like, did she have like certain videos, or did she like kind of like talk about the tracks or anything like that?
Yeah, what they did was cool. She came out and like talked about each one of the songs and like what it's about. Mm-hmm. And then they like showed the world premiere of her new video that came out like 3 days later, but they got to see it before anybody else. And it's a pretty cool video. Okay. I mean, we joke about it, but like I'm a Swiftie because my daughter loves her. You know what I mean? Okay. Like I don't give two fucks about her outside of that, but like it's cool to see my daughter that excited about something. Like I remember being that excited about stuff, and it's cool to see her like ask me what I think about it. You know what I mean? I just love that part of it. It's fun.
Mm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
And so tonight we're waiting until midnight for the Laney drop, and I am so excited for this one.
So Tom, you think Lily's going to grow up being a straight metalhead, or is she going to go T Swift route?
She knows what's good for her. She can do whatever the hell she wants to do. Who the hell knows how big Swiftie will be by the time she's into music? Who knows?
What if she says she hates Metallica? What would you do?
My kids don't like Star Wars.
I mean, you're not like I think I got some unsolicited advice in the beginning there. No, I'm just kidding. Somebody just said you're never going to make your kid you're never going to make your kids who you want them to be. So they're just going to be who they are. So if that's who she is, that's who she is. I know you're trying to solicit a negative response on me. And you're not going to get that, you fucking bitch.
No, well, you know what? Like, I love Lily, and I think the best thing we can hope for her is that she is absolutely nothing like you.
I agree.
The best result.
I agree.
That's what every parent wants.
Yeah, every parent wants their kid not to be them. You get 1,000%.
I'm starting to see my son do shit, and I'm like, please stop. That's really familiar. Don't do that.
I'm already when I like severe stroke ADHD out, and I see my toddler break down. I'm like, damn, she's already looking like me. So like, I don't like it. But hey, we are Star Wars, a Jedi. Now we are not Star Wars, a Jedi Talk podcast. We are Jedi Talk, a Star Wars podcast. We are back and better than ever. Thank you for missing a full episode last week. We ran back our episode back with Ben Crane, which didn't have Kyle on it, so it was probably had listens that we never thought we could get before.
S tier episode.
S tier episode. Agreed. That was a great episode.
Well, no, I just meant because Kyle wasn't there.
That too.
We all know that people want a solo Kyle episode. It did well for the fourth Mother Box.
No, it didn't.
Skyrocket Jedi Talk.
Can we please do that?
You know what? I'll just fight with C4T3 the whole time.
Oh, that I've listened to.
Well.
I'm 100% serious. It'd be fun for us to do our own individual episodes at some point.
Sure, I did one a few weeks back. So I'm already good. You guys go.
Okay.
He's gonna stop recycling shit.
Who, C4? Oh, I'm so sorry that his programming can't be updated like every single day because
he just takes a cue from you, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
but I'm crash.
My stuff is always fresh.
No,
Sure. Fresh.
The roast you put.
Both of you on,
Hold on.
I've been keeping both of you on your toes for years.
Oh my God! I never rolled my eyes harder. The dig at me that you took in Tim's best man speech, you've been using for 20 years. So it's like pick one. So you just dug yourself a hole, and you got a nice little laugh out of it because all those people have never heard it before. Because God forbid they've ever listened to you.
You should have just said Jedi Talk.
I should have just said, and Tom, our bassist, Ginger, and then that would have gotten a laugh too, because nobody likes a ginger.
It would have been the same thing that you've always said.
I don't know. Weren't you guys in Chicago? You might have said it was hate speech.
It's true. There's a lot of Irish.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's probably true.
You weren't in your and then like
you know what?
You grew up in Mount Greenwood. Are you kidding me?
The Gingers as a people need to mobilize. I've been running my mouth about this community for years, and I've had no consequences.
Yeah, but you're irrelevant. That's why.
No, I am very relevant.
We've made you relevant. You're welcome.
No, I've done that all myself. All by myself.
You made yourself irrelevant all by yourself?
No, very relevant. Relevant, not irrelevant.
That's not what I thought you meant. Sorry. My apologies.
Kyle lives on the island of irrelevancy, okay?
I like that shirt, by the way, Brad. That's a good shirt. I don't like you, man. But I like the shirt.
That's fair. I don't like me either. That's why I drink whiskey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not a video. I forgot people can't see it. It's a shirt that says my favorite spirit is whiskey, and it's got a ghost on it. I think he's holding a whiskey bottle, maybe. Is that what he's doing?
He's a glass, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a ghostly whiskey glass. So
I forget it's not video because I keep looking because my camera is out because I'm doing a live stream after this. I keep forgetting that I'm not being recorded right now, and I keep looking into the camera as if that's what's happening.
Big Brother's always watching though, so
that's us for sure.
Oh, hey, yeah, we're all on separate lists for separate reasons. So
this is why I think I'm on camera. See the lights, fellas? Yeah, it's a lot.
Wow,
Brad, you might not want to go into the light.
I'm trying sooner than later. Let's wrap this shit up. How many more days are left? Let's go.
So on Jedi Talk, a Star Wars podcast today, we're going to talk about 3 things we change about the sequel trilogy. Everybody's favorite Star Wars trilogy, guys.
Everyone's favorite.
No
one hates it.
No,
it's everyone's. It's not even like debatable. Everyone loves it.
No
issues. It's perfect storytelling from beginning to end.
The almost 10 years old Force Awakens later this year.
Crazy to me.
I know. Everybody loves that, and everybody equally adored, especially Kyle, the follow-up, The Last Jedi, and nobody had issues with The Rise of Skywalker. So we're gonna try hard and talk about 3 things we change each. No one had problems.
It's the funnest intro of all time. That was great.
Of course, that is a complete lie because while we are starch defenders of a good amount of the sequel trilogy here, it still has a whole heap boat of problems. And
what percentage of it would you say that you love, not like?
I love...
Not like, oh, I tolerate this. This is fine. I'm okay with this. Like, I could squint my eyes and see what they were going for.
So
what
after...
do you love?
I love The Last Jedi. I am...
100% of The Last Jedi?
No, not 100%. I would say, Kyle, I'm going to fly over on a cheap Allegiant flight in the middle of the night and
They're
somehow... Yeah, right, they are. And somehow poison you with carbon monoxide, okay? I'm going to figure it out.
You know what? When I do another best man speech, because it will happen again, because people love me as their best man, even if nobody in the crowd knows who you are, I'm still going to rip on you.
Kyle, you're Schmosby, okay? That's why they keep picking
Schmosby.
you for your best man speech.
No, I'm not crying. I'm not crying during my speech. I'm dealing out awesomeness.
No,
See, I'm the guy that would cry during the speech.
that's true. He would.
That's why I'm a Laney fan, dude. Just start crying and shit.
So I would say like 85% of The Last Jedi.
What about the whole sequel trilogy as a whole? Since we're doing the things we'd want to change, what do you love about, like, what's the percentage of love? Mine's kind of low, I think.
I would say 60-40, but the 60...
See, that's exactly my... I was going to say 60-40. I was going to say 60-40.
And the way The Force Awakens played in my, story of getting back into Star Wars plays a heavy role for me there. So it could be higher at times, but right now I'm going with 60-40.
60-40 is mine too, man. That's pretty close. I thought we'd be a little far apart. I thought you'd like more of it, to be honest.
I was going to say, certainly the sequel trilogy has its problems, but it is very watchable. Like in the sense that, like, if you compare it to the prequel trilogy, I feel like you need to take a hit of Adderall before watching the prequel trilogy. You know what I mean? Whereas, the sequel trilogy, you could just pick up and watch it, like, at any time. Like, you really could just watch any one of those movies, and it would just be like a good watching experience.
I feel like
candy. Is it fair to say?
Yeah,
it's like candy. Yeah,
it's like candy. It's candy.
Yeah,
it's like, and maybe that's why I tend to gravitate towards it because, there's the nostalgia of the OG trilogy, but the prequel trilogy is just so a little bit more heavy. Like, you really have to pay attention, especially to the Phantom Menace the Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones. It just can be dense at times.
But
is there any of the three of us that think that the original, I think the original trilogy is the best. Does anyone disagree with that as far as three movies go?
No.
As far as the three movies go, no, I don't. Okay. I don't disagree with that. I have personal preferences, but yeah, it's like like looking at it as far as they go. Of course, 4, 5, 6 can't beat it.
Yeah, I mean, there's too many flaws. To me, there's flaws in every other trilogy, and there's really not a flaw in 3, 4, 5. The flaw for me in the original trilogy, the flaw for me in the prequel trilogy is 2. It is so hard to watch. I've only seen it in full probably 2 or 3 times. I don't like it. It's hard for me to go back and watch it.
Yeah. When it comes for me to watch it, I just play the level on Lego Skywalker. That's a lot more fun.
There's that one's tough, but I don't feel like that about the sequel trilogy because there's so much stuff that I love in that as a whole, but there's things in each movie that piss me off.
That's fair.
So that's what we're gonna pick these things apart here. So Tom, let's go ahead with your number 1 out of the top.
Sure.
We're doing 3 apiece.
Yes. So I did 1 for each movie. So Brad,
that's a good call. I kind of just did more of vague ones, but 1 for each movie is good.
So I'll let you pick. Do we want to go in order here, or do we just want to kind of fuck around? Because my longest and my most Tom answer is The Force Awakens change.
So let's do that one. Let's get the long one out the way.
All right. So what I would change about The Force Awakens, now we could sit here and nitpick, and what I'm going to say is I understand this change that we make might create a chain reaction of shit. We're not going to address that unless we feel like talking about it. We'll let J.J. Abrams figure that out. But these are just things we'd change, and I got specific about mine. Specifically, how the fuck did Maz Kanata get Anakin's lightsaber? This needs to be addressed for me in The Force Awakens, not just some bullshit story for another time. Especially because it just turned out that some Ugnaughts found it in the lower levels of Cloud City, and Maz Kanata somehow got it. That's really the story.
Yeah.
Go fact check me on that. I'm telling you,
there's such a better story that could be told there,
right,
for sure.
And I'm going to try to do it right now. So I think the opening sequence of The Force Awakens should have been what happened from the time Vader or the time Luke's hand gets cut off in Cloud City, basically from where the saber goes from there all the way to when Maz Kanata gets it. So
that was the original shot of the film, right?
His hand, yes, I knew about that. I guess I'm just trying to take it from point A to point B and just finish this out. Is that what they were originally going to do and just cut out specifically?
It was going to. You can ask C4. It was supposed to be like the hand with the lightsaber attached, like falling through space, was going to be like what you saw after the title crawl.
Okay. And then were they going to get the saber to Maz Kanata? Because
I don't remember what the details were.
Okay,
but
well,
I remember hearing that and being like, "Holy shit, that's crazy."
Okay.
I don't know if that would have. I don't know if it would have worked, but it's ambitious.
Well, here's just what was in my head, and somebody tell us in the comments if this was a little too close to what they were going to do. Because I'll check into C4 a little bit later. So the opening sequence, what I basically should have been from the moment Vader lost his saber to the moment Maz getting it and sealing it away. So we see Luke. So we see Luke lose the saber on Cloud City, and this is all just like an opening shot sequence. Like we see it cut off and it's falling, just like you said, the start, but it goes further. It falls into the lower levels of Cloud City where the Ugnaughts live, and a random miner who ran down there finds the lightsaber while hiding in the lower levels from the chaos of the Darth Vader visit. So he's just holding on to it, and then the miner is intending to find Lando, or at least Lobot, to hand it over what he has found, but he's stopped by a very rich Ithorian who offers the miner a considerable amount of credits for the lightsaber. The miner sells the saber to Doc Ondar. So Doc takes it back to Batu and hides it in his den for several years until a nameless Mandalorian shows up and threatens to kill Doc if he doesn't hand over the lightsaber. An intense moment, Mando stares down Doc while whipping his blaster out and destroying Doc's assassin droid, BK-86, which would give another fun story for why the marks are inside Doc's Den of Antiquities. We see Mando.
This is so great.
We see Mando fly the saber back to Maz Kanata on Takodana. She pays him handsomely. He flies away. She packs it away, and boom, right into the stormtroopers on the gunship scene with Kylo. That's how it starts. The Force Awakens.
That shit's. That needs to be like a director's cut of the. I wish Disney wasn't scared to do those.
But it gives you two things.
It also makes sense why there's fucking lightsabers at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, there you go. It solves that problem. It gets people to go holy shit, we saw this at the beginning of Force Awakens. Who's that Mandalorian guy? Oh man, he's going to be in a series in a few years. Boom! Come on, man.
Fucking brilliant. Man.
I know. Now,
I can't wait for them to steal this idea.
Go right ahead. We're here recording it, so.
Dude, that was great.
Thank you.
That was great. 10 out of 10, dude. That was awesome.
Thank you. I like that one.
I'm going to go next. We'll just keep in this rotation since I'm already talking. Mine's a little more simple, but I think just as important. I think at the end of Rise of Skywalker, I think it would be way more interesting if you kept Ben Solo alive.
Okay.
Don't give him that out. Let's see this character and how they rebuild from all the bullshit they did. It pissed me off with it. Vader died and he kind of got away with everything, and he's redeemed. He's in Ahsoka. He's in all these other things as the good guy, Anakin Skywalker. It would have been really interesting to see how Ben would have handled all that.
That's a good point.
That's a great point.
Let's see what Ben and Rey can do. Let's see what their relationship is afterwards. I mean, that has to change your relationship if someone you thought that was this evil prick.
But is he really dead?
Oh, he's for sure dead.
He's for sure dead.
Yeah, he's for sure dead.
Okay.
He got the Jedi death where he disappeared.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Which means he became one with the Force, which is how you know he's actually truly turned.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's I think that would be way more interesting than this cop out thing. Now the problem is you'd have to have like I don't want anyone else playing Ben Solo.
Right.
Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver. There's no one else that can play him. He is like a Harrison Ford level talent, in my opinion, where there's no one else that could do that. Especially older him, younger him. Sure, you could be young Ben Solo, but like someone replacing that casting would be fucking weird, and he doesn't seem interested in coming back. I don't know. I think it'd be hard to tell the story, but I think the idea of it would be very interesting. Like he was conflicted enough when he thought he had killed his mom.
Right.
Like, give me the story of what he thinks now that all this shit's done.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to see. You're in the aftermath of killing your dad and being responsible for killing your mother. Let's see what goes down.
And that would look. I mean, that would be a different story for Star Wars for sure. I'd be down for it.
Everyone else has got an easy way out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kind of.
And then he might just have to kind of hermit himself a little bit, just to kind of let people forget about him, maybe.
Something, yeah. I mean, there'd have to be some like something, but like I think, give me that story.
Sure.
Even if it's just a what if, I want to know.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Kyle, any more thoughts on that one?
I think when it comes to this trilogy, there's a lot you can really pick at, and I found it kind of difficult. Like, well, what pisses me off the most? I think the thing that pisses me off the most is something they should have done, like right away. There should have been a scene with Han, Luke, and Leia together.
Yeah, that
should have happened. It didn't happen. That's the dumbest fucking thing that they missed out on, because this is pure nostalgia that has spanned from 40 to 50 years, and they just did not do it. And it's a shame.
You didn't say a wrong thing. The more
I don't know how you do it, but it would have it definitely would have been cool to have.
I mean, if anything, that should have been really in The Force Awakens. Like, it really should have.
I mean,
it kind of ended in a really dumb way, because I'll never forget that. It ends like you see Luke Skywalker. He says nothing, and the movie ends. I'm just like, what?
Devil's advocate. Isn't it like a little box checky to do that?
It is.
I mean, true, but this is fucking Star Wars. Okay, this isn't.
I would have loved it. Let me be very clear. I am devil's advocate over here. I would have loved this scene. I think it would have been great. Even if it's like at the beginning of the movie where like Luke's dropping Ben off, would have been really, or Han and Leia are dropping Ben off to Luke. I think that would have been cool. And then you get like the title crawl or something. I think that would have been cool.
I just feel like, it's the biggest, probably like, not biggest problem in cinema history, but just like the biggest misstep in Star Wars history, for sure.
It's a missed opportunity for sure. For sure.
Yeah. It is a missed opportunity. I look at things like, I'm the Jurassic World, the most recent, not the one with ScarJo, but the end of the second trilogy where they had Alan Grant, Malcolm, and Sadler come back. Dumb. It's just like I think when you do reunions like that, to what Brad said, it is a little box checking. You just got to be careful with it that you don't fumble something like that.
That's true. And you know what? Jurassic World came out swinging, and that first film was great. And how they fucked that up in the third film, I'll never know. But that's a great point. Like, that's such a box check moment. But this is Star Wars. Like, this is lived in our conscious for like ever. And
I know.
I think that should have been at least something like, if you're going to kill Han Solo, which was also like I hated in my opinion, they should have like had them together. Should have did it. He should have like met with Luke or something, and Leia. Maybe they could have got together. They could have like posed really nicely. And I don't know.
That's box.
But it's Star Wars, okay? So you can check that box. Okay, it's OG Star Wars. It gets a pass. It pales. It's like Jurassic Park isn't even in the same conversation. Okay,
True.
it's not. It just isn't.
They were both done by ILM.
Doesn't matter.
But I do like Brad's idea. He was talking about like a flashback of showing like the three of them. You like have them all together, maybe just like practically de-age them a little bit or something. Dropping Ben off. That would have been cool.
That would have been sick. I think that would have been the way to go if you're going to do it.
That would have been cool. All right. I guess I'll go next with my number 2, right? I'll stick with going in order, so I'll go to episode 8. Now, I wouldn't change much about The Last Jedi. Keep it the way it is for a multitude of reasons. I've talked about the fathier scene. I just think it's a waste. You know what would have been cool? Is if that was like pod racing on Kanto instead of the fathiers.
That would have been cool.
I guess
I'm never going to say no to pod racing.
I know. But I just kind of randomly just like that would have been fun.
It would have been cool.
But
you already have a racing thing, you know what I mean? I guess it's like horse racing, casino-y, but like with sports booking now and all that shit, it would work. It would make sense.
For sure. So
that's a good one, man.
At the end of Last Jedi, Poe, that wasn't my actual change. It was just like something I threw in there. Poe ends up being the one that tries to suicide himself into the First Order instead of Finn, right? And then let's just say Leia talks him out of it. They have that moment of Poe, I trust you, and just like talks him out of it, right? So then, but Finn.
That's a good point.
Yeah, here's an important one. Finn remains the one back, trying to call out help from Crate. Just like Poe was doing, trying to get the rest of the Resistance there. Rey gets to the point of lifting the rocks, and she's super struggling. She's struggling, until suddenly they begin to lift, and you see Finn struggling but aiding Rey and creating the path to escape. All while Luke still does his thing. So then
that would have been such a perfect segue into 9.
Right? Thank you. That'd be my one change for episode 8.
That's so... All you need is like a 5-second clip of John Boyega on a green screen going.
Yep. Just like
because you got to throw that in there because that's his catchphrase. But dude, that's brilliant. God damn it, Tom.
I know. Where the hell was I?
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Thanks. What you got? What's your next one, Mr. Hughes?
Mine's kind of more of a broad concept, but I think it works and I think it would make sense.
Okay.
I think you need to show us the aftermath of the First Order in some aspect of episode 9. It can't end just hands washed, everything's good to go. Let me see something. Give me a time jump. Give me like 3 years later. Even if you give me 3 years later and Rey's like on Tatooine, I don't know. I want to see the galaxy with no Empire, no First Order, no Sith lurking in the background. Show me the galaxy at peace. That's what this whole fucking thing has been about.
Okay. I dig that. Just like I
just want to see something.
Yeah.
Just something. Give me 20 minutes of peace.
I wonder how they show that. I mean, just like I guess they tried to do that with all like the celebrations after the Death Stars blew up, and
you could have done something like that. That would have been cool. I would have been fine with that. Let me see Takadana get excited that there's no more stormtroopers. That like just something.
That would have been cool.
I think that would have been a cool like sequel trilogy thing to like give us the fireworks and all these other planets that we've become fans of.
Do you think we're gonna get any of that in Starfighter?
I hope so.
Set 5 years
after. This movie
is
slowly. The fact that they're actually filming it gets me very excited.
Oh yeah.
I was convinced this wasn't going to happen. I've talked to you about this outside of the show.
You did? Yeah.
I was like, there's no fucking way this movie happens. There's no way they actually got Ryan Gosling. There's no way. And then you see like set photos and I'm like, all right, I can get excited.
Mm-hmm. That's where the fun
I can get excited because the worst case scenario, this comes out on Disney Plus if movie theaters, what COVID 2 or whatever the fuck, worst case scenario, we'll see this movie. Mm-hmm. So I can start getting excited for it. And I think there's going to be something, and I think there's going to be a really big MCU level Easter egg in this thing.
Ooh. That would be fun. Although they say it's not connected to the Skywalker saga.
I hope it's not, but I still think you can do something that connects.
Oh, sure. Sure. People were saying, I saw rumors, or people were convinced that Amy Adams is playing Mara Jade.
That's never going to happen.
You don't think they're ever getting Mara Jade? I'm telling you,
not a chance.
I've said this on
unless her and Luke got a brutal divorce, and he just omitted that from Rey.
I do There's not no put way. Don't put it past Disney, Brad. And I think I've said this on the show before, but don't put it past Disney to write Mara Jade in, and then she explains that Luke also broke the Jedi code by having an attachment and having a kid, and watch Disney try to rehash what they did just to get back on the good side of the fans that they've pissed off.
I will bet my 401k that this doesn't happen.
I'm not saying it's going to, but I'm thinking like Disney, and y'all said it here.
I will put it all on red that doesn't happen.
In this economy, I don't want anyone's 401k. So,
well, yeah, even if
you
it
definitely
fails,
don't want mine.
you know what? Even if it fails, Disney will just raise the price of their tickets at the theme parks again. That's how they deal with it.
It's like clockwork, dude. Every fucking year.
Oh yeah, it is like clockwork, though. It's true.
Yeah, I just factor it into my life. It's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not going to stop going, so I don't like.
We see the rides with the APs yearly, but I mean, you and I are locked. Like I lock mine in the month prior, so it's like I don't see the pitch until
I don't see the shit until
later.
Like a year or two later. Yep, same thing. Same with me.
So anyway, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. Kyle, what's your third? Or second. I'm sorry, second.
Yeah, I don't know if it pisses me off. I mean, it does, but I feel like this is just going to be something that's going to be solved in time. I feel like, at the end of the OG trilogy, like, the Rebellion won, right? And, the universe was saved. And then Force Awakens happens, and we have the First Order. And maybe it's just my pure lack of knowledge, which could be probably is the case. But like, how did they come to power? You know what I mean? Like, how did they get to be where they are?
Really not lack of knowledge, man. I mean, they really haven't explored it fully. I mean, they've kind of piecemealed it together. It's like these remnants of the Empire that kind of form together. Yeah, it's the only thing we know is really in the Mandalorian.
And
that's why I want to see like the aftermath of it, because like, how big was this thing really? Did they just get lucky with the planets getting killed and the Force Awakens? Like, it doesn't make sense that they're as strong as they are.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I mean, essentially, I guess you could maybe make the argument that the OG trilogy, that's where they started too. But I feel like, that was such an impactful trilogy of films. Like, you kind of want to know, it's like, well, all this was done to bring down the Empire, and now that was just all pissed away. Like, what happened there? And so again, like, it bothers me, but I feel like it's going to be answered. It's going to be more clear in time. They're going to show it, and I think that'll be better.
I think they should have shown it in 7. Like, even if it's something small, like, just give me a rise to power story. Like, it just
General Hux.
Even if it's Hux's dad, which isn't the canon, but even if Hux's dad was like the number 2 to Palpatine, and he inherited this, like, just something that makes us all worth fighting for. And like, he's upset that Luke, destroyed the Death Star. That's why they're looking for Luke, because he wanted to get revenge on his dad dying, or something like that.
Hey, we've got a whole.
Actually, would have been a cool story.
We've got a whole second season of Ahsoka that's got Grand Admiral Thrawn at the forefront to help us piece the First Order together. So
that's going to be. He's going to be important to that, I think.
I would think so. Yeah.
He must be. He must be. Yeah, good one, dude. That's a good one. And you're not out of the loop, and just the loop hasn't been looped yet.
Yeah, they've sprinkled it here and there, and they've done more to explain how Palpatine came back, but the First Order, how it got together outside of Imperial Remnant. I mean, we might learn more on the Mandalorian and Grogu, because they talked about the Imperial warlords. So
I really am curious what the story of this is. I'm really curious. But you know what? We can watch it together, Tom. When
Yes.
can we watch it together
Well,
again, and where?
the evening that it comes out, if you just DM us, let us know. You want to come see at a private theater, The Mandalorian and Grogu, when it comes out May 21st of 2026. Just let us know, and you'll see it for free. It's on us. Come here, Central Florida, in Orlando. Winston's going to be there. No, he won't, but he'll be in the vicinity.
I'm also going to predict this right now on the show. I think they're going to do a Galactic Nights event. Just saying.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Just saying. I
Let's
have
go.
no knowledge, wink, but I'm thinking that wink that there may or may not wink be a Galactic Nights event.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean?
Wink. I'm hearing things.
You're hearing things. Okay. I love that you're hearing things because a Galactic Nights event would be bad fucking ass.
Did you ever get to do any of those? You weren't
No,
here.
of course,
were
no.
you?
But I'm just
they're
hearing
fun,
what
dude.
you've said and whatever online. It sounds like a
They're
good
the
time.
best. They were so fun. All right, what's your number 3?
My last one with the Rise of Skywalker. So obviously, I left a little Finn Force sensitive dangler there in my Last Jedi one. So I think you have to include training Finn as a Jedi in Episode 9, or talk about a Force path there somehow. So the whole movie gets turned around. But I would start Episode 9 simply with another lightsaber centered story. And now, yes, Winston, I know. I would show Leia. I would show Leia training Rey and eventually helping her restore Anakin's, aka the Skywalker lightsaber, because that one just shows up fixed. And I get it that Leia did it for her, and of course Carrie Fisher has to, exist on this earth longer, and she unfortunately left us earlier. For this to happen, but that change I would make is just a little bit more Leia training Rey. Because how fucking cool would that be to see her approach to training a Jedi, and how it would differ or be similar to Luke, and then just seeing her help her fix like the Skywalker saber and reforge it would just be so badass. So that would be, I could sit here. Episode 9 is the one I could pick apart for hours because it's the movie of the sequel trilogy that bothers me the absolute most.
Same. I think we agree with that.
Yeah,
and you and me at least.
And it's when I first saw that movie, high highs, low lows. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" The leading up to it, and then it just once it wore off, and like the more of a tenured and veteran, and like a grizzled veteran Star Wars fan you get as you age, and it's like your taste change. It's like Episode 9 just doesn't sit all that well.
You know what's bad when you like dread watching it on the rewatch, where you're like,
I'm not there with any of the movies. I'm not there with any,
with two. I'm not there with Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker is fun, but
it is fun.
It's definitely not.
You know
ideal.
what though? I think that's why I like those films, because it's more fun. Like the prequel trilogy is a really hard. It's a hard thing to watch, and I feel like I would just rather skip it than watch it. Except for Revenge of the Sith, that's like the only real redeeming one.
It's definitely
Phantom Menace
objectively. Phantom Menace is good, but like objectively speaking, as a diehard Phantom Menace apologist, the Revenge of the Sith is the best.
Oh fuck yeah!
Just objectively, it's the best. I love pod racing, and I love young Anakin, and I love Darth Maul, and I love Qui-Gon, but it's objectively the best.
Mm-hmm.
I distinctly remember when I saw Phantom Menace. Like, I don't remember how old I was, but I distinctly remember.
How many years older were you than me? Because I was 10 when I saw it.
It was 99 when we saw Phantom Menace, Kyle. So
I remember I was 18 when I was okay. So I fell asleep in the Phantom Menace, and I wasn't a big Star Wars fan at the time. But I remember Revenge of the Sith. I definitely didn't go see Attack of the Clones in the theater. There's no way I went to see that. But I remember
multiple times.
I remember. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I remember Revenge of the Sith. Just like, I think it was at a date with somebody. Maybe it was Tom's mother. But I just remember like
she was passed out drunk,
kind of forgetting that I was on a date, and I was just so invested into that film.
You know what's more believable, that you really were out with my mother? Because no real woman would have dated teenage you.
That's facts. All of us, to be honest.
That's true. That's absolute fact.
All of us.
I ran into somebody.
Happily married now, though.
Yeah,
Look
hell
at
yeah.
us.
That's
we
right.
fucking did it. All three of us.
Yeah. I ran into somebody I
Yeah.
hadn't seen in over 20 years. I went to high school with, and he didn't believe I was who I was.
For real?
Yeah, because I broke out of my shell like way after high school.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, especially I mean, the red hair should have given it away, but then again, Chicago, so lots of redheads, lots of fat redheads. Brad, what's your?
Is it my up?
Yes,
Okay.
you're up. You're number
So
3.
this is my biggest complaint with the entire sequel trilogy, and I saved it for last. I've preached about this. If you're a veteran Jedi Talk listener, you will go, "Yep, that makes sense." That's his take. I think the biggest fuck up of the entire trilogy, hands down, was that there wasn't a time jump in between 7 and 8.
Yeah, you have brought this up before. It's been a minute, pun intended, but go on. I'm with you, man. How big of a time jump?
You could hide a lot of the issues that people have with this movie, like Rey training too quickly. You can hide it there. The First Order trying to find Luke could have been, abrupt, interrupted by 2 years. Like, you could really solve a lot of problems with a time jump. You could even tell the same exact story just with a time jump, and people would be not as upset about it.
That's true. But a lot of people feel. I think a lot of people feel dirty. It just feels like an extended episode 7, and that's not what they wanted.
I get the complaint, but like, I don't know. I mean, if I think you time jump from the beginning where you see Rey. Once you see Rey, I think you do a time jump 2 years later,
Sure.
3 years later.
Okay.
And she's there in a different costume, which could have, made another action figure, and Hasbro could have gotten their dirty, filthy cunt hands on some more money. They're on my shit list, by the way. I don't know. I feel like it just really could have benefited from a little time jump. Nothing crazy. 2-3 years. We don't need a whole 4 or 5. In between. What was it? 4 years in between episode 4, or was it 5 between 4 and 5? What was it? Something like that.
At least 3.
Yeah. So you don't need it crazy, but like 2 years.
Yeah.
Would leave all those stories would still be believable. They're still looking for them, and
Kyle, you out of all 3 of us, you least favorable of Last Jedi. Would a time jump have helped anything for you in the Last Jedi? Would it have felt different?
I don't think so. In the sense that I just felt like The Last Jedi was such a departure of where Force Awakens left off, and maybe there could be something to be said about, like, if there was a time jump, maybe that could make it make sense more. But and we've talked about this before. Just the inconsistency in these movies was probably one of the biggest flaws you can say about these the sequel trilogy.
This is the truth. It's just trying. I don't know. Like episode. I mean, if you're gonna at least end it, you might as well have ended it by following the story that was set up for you. And it just feels like episode 9 just did not do that. And I know they're retconning and things, and I would agree. Like novels, reading all of that, following up with that makes the sequel trilogy better. But still, this still feels like something's left out on the table there. Was that your third one, Kyle?
Yes, that was my third.
Yeah,
Kyle's third.
Kyle, was your third the inconsistencies, or do you have a specific one?
I had a specific one.
All right.
And it comes from The Last Jedi. Shocking, right? And while there's some annoying things in there, I feel like, and maybe I'll get some hate for this, but like, I just didn't like Luke Skywalker in this film, other than the ending. Other than the ending when when there's a showdown between him and Kylo Ren, I just think the whole depressed Luke Skywalker alone on an island is just bullshit. You know what I mean? This guy is the leader of the
Even though
rebellion.
that's what Obi-Wan did on Tatooine?
I don't get. You know what? Like, I just feel like, I don't know. There was just something cheesy about it. Like, he grabs the lightsaber from Rey and throws it over his shoulder. It just seemed, and the way that it played out just seemed like, if they were going to do the depressed Luke Skywalker angle, maybe they could have had, like, that could have been, like, The Last Jedi maybe could have been, like, episode 8, right? And then that could have been the whole story. Like, why is Luke Skywalker like this? Not just maybe like 5 minutes of back scenes, and then we have the depressed Luke Skywalker we have today. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just felt like there was something that just felt so off about his performance. Maybe it was just Mark Hamill, but I didn't like it. I just thought it was bad.
I think
me and Tom couldn't disagree with you more. I'll just speak for you there.
Both of Luke's masters ran away and hid.
Yeah.
Yoda a little bit more.
Yoda did it worse.
Yeah, he did it way worse. At least Obi-Wan was paying attention to Luke. He's
following in line.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not abnormal for a Jedi to, disappear. That's my thing. It's consistent with what we've seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No Jedi's ever went into hiding. Yoda, Obi-Wan, all of the other ones that survived Order 66. Cal Kestis, your favorite Jedi. Who else went into hiding? Like everyone
all of them.
did.
Kanan Jarrus. Yeah, did you say that?
It's part of it. And I think it's even more part of it when you fuck up and get your family involved, which is what he did with Ben.
But you know what though, like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda aren't like depressed. You know what I mean? They don't.
Yoda literally dies from boredom of Luke.
Well, there you go.
What are you talking about, dude? He goes like, can't deal with this motherfucker anymore, and kills himself.
Pretty much. He's like, oh shit, he told you he's your father?
Oh shit.
Dead.
All right, well, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and I'm out. Later.
Disappointing.
I'll see you in The Last Jedi.
See you episode 8.
I'll see you when you run away, I will.
It is kind of unintentionally funny how funny Yoda's death is.
It's great. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you think they would have done him differently? Because, when you watch...
Now that Disney owned him, yes, they would have milked him for every fucking cent he was worth. He would have been in 9 doing backflips and shit. He would have popped up on Exegol and helped Ben and fucking Rey. Yeah, they would have done it completely differently. You know what?
Speaking of Yoda and by extension Grogu, do you think Disney will ever have Grogu age? Because my thought is that Grogu is way too fucking cute that they would make him age, and all that merchandise would just go to shit.
They did it with Groot.
Yeah, but they'd have to time jump by hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Because if this is Grogu at 50, then his aging is going to be...
But we don't really know very much about that species, right?
Nope.
I mean,
we know nothing. We don't know the name. I actually bet money that they'll reveal the name of the species in the movie. I think that's going to be one of the big things that happens.
That'd be wild. I kind of hope they don't.
At this point, they would have to. I mean, at least give us something, at least a little bit more backstory. And I give them credit for maintaining that integrity of like not, talking about it. And this is one of the things that I love about certain horror movies is that when you don't talk about where it comes from, it makes it more interesting. It makes it more mysterious and scary.
This is why Terrifier's fucking up, dude. Shut up.
They didn't really talk about like where Art the Clown is from.
But Dave hinted he's like this immortal being. Like, let's
honestly though, that's
stop where it's at.
To me, like I don't even see that as like a serious. It's
fair.
So brutal.
It's so over the top that it's like it doesn't count. I get you.
Because like if you look at something like Michael Myers or Jason, like their stories could be like completely hidden, and that's what makes them scary. I mean, we've seen so many movies now, like it just doesn't have that effect anymore. But I don't know. I like that. I like the mystique part of it. And
I don't want them to say what the species is, but I think they will, and I think that'll be like a marketing technique that they use for this movie.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like even if they don't talk about like go real in depth, I think it would be cool to learn just maybe like a little bit more. Why did Yoda know so much as he knows? Right.
The way to do it is to give the planet name, because there's so many ways you can go with the name of the species that are native to that planet.
That's true.
Let's say the name of the planet is like Oblong. Are they Oblongonians?
Are they the Oblong family?
I mean? Like, Yeah, like there's so many ways you could extract from just the name of the planet. I think that's the smart move. That's a good one, dude. That's a good one. Oh, before we leave, Kyle, I know because I'm pretty sure Tom didn't watch this. It's just not up his alley. Did you watch the Monster Show, the Ed Gein story?
No, not
Okay.
not yet, but I've heard it's interesting.
It's fucking gay, dude.
Is it really?
It's fucking gay. It makes me mad. We'll talk about
Does
it
it
off air.
really?
Yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb.
Okay, so I can just skip that one.
Go watch any YouTube documentary about him, and you'll have more interest watching the show. I'm pissed off that I
Well, you know
spent
what,
like
though?
a week
You
watching
know
this
what? It's
goddamn
on
show.
it's on Netflix. That's where all shows go to die.
Watch the first like 4.
Okay.
Don't watch shit once he gets arrested. Just fucking ignore it. There's so much. We'll talk off air about this. We'll talk off air.
Is that code for if you say it on here, it'll be deemed as offensive?
No. I just think it's not worth talking about.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's fair.
It's just genuinely not interesting enough to talk about.
Speaking of almost genuinely interesting to talk to, as we're wrapping up, I want to get to C4T3's 3 things he'd change about the sequel trilogy, gentlemen. Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So let me make sure that you two can hear this bag of bolts. Kyle, don't get too, upset that I'm bringing C4T3 on here.
He can eat a dick.
You have beef with AI.
Good evening, C4. It's your lovely gentleman from Jedi Talk here, Tom specifically. We just got done talking about 3 things we changed about the Star Wars sequel trilogy, and we would like to know what are 3 things that you, C4T3, would change about the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Oh, well. Good evening, Tom. The walking trench coat of Muppets has graced me with a question. Let me just crank up the SAS drive and give you a proper dose of brutal honesty. First off, what would I change? I'd make the entire sequel trilogy about the Repo Man reclaiming the Millennium Falcon. Forget Rey, forget Kylo, just a nice grumpy scavenger repo story. Dank Farragut, it'd be a masterpiece. Second, I'd absolutely insist that every time a character tries a grand speech, someone in the background just plays All That She Wants by Ace of Base on a loop. Because let's face it, that would improve the galaxy far, far away by at least 300%. Third, I changed the title of episode 9 to The Rise of the Constellation, because let's embrace the ultimate conspiracy. The galaxy is actually controlled by the Constellation, and all these Skywalkers are just puppets. That's right. Brutally honest, little grumpy, and definitely mischievous. And thank the maker you asked, because someone had to tell you the truth.
I approve of all of that, especially the Constellation. Thank you, C4.
I approve of the Ace of Base.
All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. Wait, Criffin second. Did I just cut you meat bags off? Whatever. You're probably thanking Kyle's mom again or something. All right, let's see. Is this the outro? Nope, that's Brad gargling again. Maybe this one. No, that's Tom crying in his car. Okay, maybe this one. Oh, for the love of the maker, that's Kyle's breathing compilation. Size. All right, I think this is it. There. Play the Criffin second.